How you doing, guys? We're actually assembling that. That's assembled. Okay, we want to put the balancer on. Balancer hits the water pump. Right here. This water pump hangs down below the cover. Let's clearance it now that it's on there. Now at least it fits. I want to go a little bit more than that. I took a lot off here. This boss right here, this whole area right here, and I'm going to get a hair bit off this boss right here. So it definitely overhangs a lot lower than the cover. So I know it's got to get sucked in, but I mean this will clear. But this outer part might not. I don't want to start this thing up and have scraping sounds. Been through that already. And take the 3 seconds out and cover it up. So what you're doing is getting metal filings in there. This is stepped. This is still the bigger end, but plenty of clearance. Not gaping amounts of clearance, but it's only so much you can grind off this before you're good. So let's put this on. We should be fine. We're more than good. We're sunken all the way in past the actual water pump lip. Harmonic balancers, I cleaned them with a Scotch-Brite pad. Not particularly that particular one, as I did it a while ago. I cleaned them with a Scotch-Brite pad, put like a crosshatch on them, then I put light grease on them when I put them in. Of course, if there's a big groove in there, you can get the harmonic balancer saver. It's a very thin sleeve that slides over. So the seal's riding on a new groove, but the line that was on there was so minute, I call it good. I've seen worse than that, never leak. All the gasket surfaces were scraped clean. If you look around, you can see I've been scraping everything. I put a thin coat of this on. That's what I use. I mean very thin. I'm talking about, yeah, rub it back and forth till it's transparent and like sticky. That's all that's there. That allows me to come back later and wipe off anywhere that came out. I mean, you can see nothing really came out. That's how thin it is, because you don't want to get it in the oil passages or anything down there. But it's anaerobic, so it dries with the absence of air, so anywhere you see sticking out will never dry. So I can come back a week from now and start wiping it if I want. I'm not going to sit there and do it tonight. This bolt is not torqued down. It's tightened down. That has to come back out. Same thing. The back of the head of this and the front of the wash, I put grease on it. I do not put anything on the threads. It allows it to just be pulled right on. Now I'll pull it back off. I'll clean the grease, clean the bolt, and I'll make it like a little paper cup and I'll paint it. Same color as the pulley. And another thing you're never going to see, so it doesn't matter. This worked out well. Now we got to make the bolt. We got to get a couple of bolts for here. We'll do all that. I don't have water pump bolts, meaning for the pulley, but I'm just going to buy 4 short ones for now, very short, maybe an inch long, to fire this thing up. Then we got to decide on the fan spacer when it's in the car. Then we'll rechange those out. Always grade 8, especially when you start running spacers, and it has that extra load out on the snout. Basically at this point, I could flip this pig upside down. I want to go in there with my little squirt bottle. I want to wet down all the wrist pins again. I want to get everywhere where the groove is for the oil ring. Get a little extra oil there. And anywhere else I feel a little bit of extra oil right now would be good. We are going to prime it, but you know, some areas take a while to get oil. With that, we are going to fill the oil pump. There's a bunch of different ways of doing it, guys. You could pack it with Vaseline. I never pack them with grease. You can pack them with Vaseline. Vaseline goes in, it breaks down. It's no big deal. You can turn it on its side. We're going through the oil pressure port and pump oil in there with a squirt can. That's hit and miss. That takes a load of times to get it to finally work. I don't think it's worth it. The other way, it instantly sucks the oil in. So some people like the Vaseline, some people don't. But my theory is if it immediately sucks the oil in and the Vaseline's gone and the Vaseline breaks down with the oil and you're going to take it out anyway after you break the cam, and what's the difference? It is a petroleum based. Like I said, that's preference. So that will do all the motors upside down. Then we'll put the pan on, make sure we have oil pressure. If we have oil pressure, we're good to go. Then this thing will just fall together. So there shouldn't be too much more making of items, fabricating of things to make things fit, other than this bolt, obviously. I gotta buy valve cover bolts and intake bolts. So I'm having a hard time finding small stainless washers. You can find washers like this. I don't even know if this isn't a stainless one, I don't think. But you can find washers like this. I'm talking about the ones that are super tight to the bolt. Like these. Those are head in stock. I need those for the intake manifold. And I can't seem to find them at the hardware store. Here it doesn't matter. It's the bigger ones. I ran lock washers anyway. Stainless lock washers on everything except for that one bolt right there. So that's not a big deal. I might just run the lock washers on the intake manifold. It's all the same in the end. As long as it clears. One of the bolts is very tight on the intake. The other ones you could put your whole body in there to tighten. I think there's one that's tight to this runner. This one is tight to the runner. All the other ones are easily accessible. We'll be starting this pig up tomorrow and taking it out. And we're meeting up with the guys tomorrow night, finally. Yay, summer's almost over. But tomorrow's going to be a long day. Tomorrow I have to run out to the Hamptons in the morning with my wife. So I had to be out there for 10 o'clock. So by the time I get back, it's going to be 1 o'clock. And that gives me a couple hours to clean a car that's been laying here for weeks, not a month, with dust and shit all over it. So.